Today I'm gonna do a little Big Bud Press haul video. God, I don't know if this counts as a haul. These are the things that I bought when I was in America last month. I don't know what it is about Big Bud Press, but they have got an unusual hold over me. It might be because they're actually like really hard to get in the UK. They've only started shipping to the UK and the shipping's really expensive, and the sizing, it's the sort of thing where you need to try stuff on because the stuff isn't cheap, and if you get it wrong then you're going to be a lot of money to return it. So let me show you what I bought at the Big Bud Press in Los Angeles. I visited the Highland Park store, and I also did a little visit to the Palm Springs store when we visited our friend there. So yeah, I actually visited 2 shops and I did buy quite a lot of stuff. I was expecting to buy a lot when I went because there's been things that have been on my list for a long time. And funnily enough, when we got to the shop, there was, I think it was like a Halloween like special offer or something like that where you got 25% off. So that made it even easier to shop. So without further ado, let's see what I bought. Okay, so first up, one thing that I have used like pretty much every day since I got it was my last Big Bud Press tote bag with a zipper on top. They weren't selling that zipper style tote when I was there, otherwise I would have bought another one. But they did have this. I think this colour is their Fudgesicle Brown. It's like a big tote with like a popper at the top. Let me put this down. This is like a sort of Haribo inspired design that I think they had on like some t-shirts and things, but I really love this. I love anything with like food packaging on it, and I liked it. It said made in Los Angeles. It's like a cool little souvenir. These tote bags are so hard wearing. This one is like this really thick like denim material, the same as some of their clothes are made of. There's like a popper snap at the top with the little sun baby, and like lots of like nice little details. And I've already used this a lot. I wore this with some outfits when I was at an event out in LA, and I really liked how much it could hold. Like I can hold a laptop and like loads of other bits and pieces. So very, very pleased with this. I should also tell you how much things cost. How about that? Okay, here's my little receipt book. When you spend so much that they have to give you your receipt in like a little folder. Okay, so this was the Gummy Bears Bodega Shopper Tote, and this was $58 before the in-store discount of 20% off. And I should say as well, even though there's the 20% off discount, I always forget in America that they have all of the different state taxes and types of tax. So there ended up being, I think it's like an extra 9.5% added in taxes. So, I mean, it ended up only being about 10.5% off, but it's better than nothing. You can't complain. So that's the first thing, my lovely Gummy Bears tote. Next up, now, the colour, I think this is a gross green. This is, I think this is called the Organic Tea. Let me check. Organic Vintage Tea in gross green. I love this colour. I tried it on in the shop. I'll try and put some pictures of me trying things on and like examples of where I wore them over here. But I really love this colour. I think it's good on me, if you imagine what it's like. I really like this lime green colour, and I have this same t-shirt in like another green. I don't know what colour of green it was. If I can remember, I'll put it on the screen, but I've worn it loads and it's washed really, really well. So I decided to get another one of these. This is a size small, and I would usually take like a UK 10 or like between an 8 and a 12 depending on the fit. And this was $55. Just a really nice, soft, brightly coloured tee that washes really well. I know that I'll get loads of wear out of this, and I realised I've realised after I looked at my shopping bag that I've bought so much green. This is the last thing that I bought that's not green, this little pencil pouch. It's just got like a nice big chunky, oh God, it's actually a bit stuck, chunky zip. I think this is the faded grape colour, and it's got like these two little pouches on the front. I had one of these for a long time, and it would be like the little pouch that I would carry around in my bag with me. Oh, this zip is actually a little bit sticky. Oh, I might have to put like some soap on this or something like that. That is a bit worrying. But yeah, this is going to be like my everyday pouch that I keep in my bag with all my bits and pieces in it. As I said, I did have one and I sadly lost it, which was very upsetting because it had all my favourite patches on it and all of the things I like to carry with me today. So to avoid any more sadness about the fact that I lost this, I decided just to fully replace it, including all of the patches that were on it as well that were from Little Friends Of. So yeah, actually, oh my God, this is really quite a sticky zip. I think they've actually changed the zips. They used to be the YKK zips on these. This is actually a little bit stickier than they used to be. Maybe it needs like a little bit of like something to make the zip a bit looser, but anyway, I'm looking forward to using this. It's that same lovely twill fabric that the tote bag was made in. Next up, I got this Pantry button-up shirt. I think this is, I don't know if they call it Kelly green, but it's definitely like a Kelly green, and it's made out of linen. I've got this same shirt in two other colours, like a paint stroke one that I've worn so much, and then rusty, orangey, kind of like an orangey tan colour that I found on Vinted. And I wear those shirts all of the time. I've got so much wear out of them. And this green colour is a colour that I'm just wearing a lot right now. I think it looks good with like colour of my hair. And I've already worn it quite a bit. I paired it with like a little t-shirt and some shorts, and we were out doing like a little desert exploring day. This is an extra small. I could have probably gone for the small as well. They're like really loose fitting, and yeah, it just depends on the fit of it that you want. This was in the sale, I think. I think this is from the Palm Springs shop, which is beautiful, by the way. They have these amazing stained glass windows, and it is just like a little rainbow haven in the desert. But I think this was maybe $50, and then there was 30% off. So yeah, go figure what the actual final cost of that was. But I thought it was an absolute bargain, and I could not leave without it. So I got the Pantry button up. Lastly, the thing I was the most excited about, to be honest, was a jumpsuit. Now, I previously bought a jumpsuit on Vinted, and they don't come up often, and I didn't want to buy the size that I thought I was, because I wasn't sure to go up a size or down a size, and I didn't want to order something and it be too tight. So I found 2XL jumpsuit in, it's like an olivey green colour. I'm not sure what Big Bud call it. But anyway, I bought this jumpsuit on Vinted. I think I maybe spent like £50 on it or something like that, which is pretty good considering they retail for like $200. It's a long sleeved jumpsuit, and I actually think it looks quite cool as like an oversized kind of look. I generally wear it as like I'm working at home in the winter time when it's really cold in the house and I want to have like an extra layer on the top. So I don't really mind that it's oversized, but I finally got to try on actual, like a range of sizes, and I think I've discovered the size that I like. So I think this was the swamp green. I know that they have a swamp green and then there's a similar colour. Let's see if it says. Short sleeve jumpsuit, swamp green. So it is a swamp green. And I ended up getting, let's see if I can step back a little bit. So this is the jumpsuit in the swamp green. And it's got like the cool like white popper button here. See if you can see this. like the double lapelled collar. Oh, almost didn't get my seat there. Double lapelled collar, short sleeves, 2 patch pockets on the front, like these side pockets that are really deep. And then on the back, there's like this elasticated waist, and then 2 more big patch pockets, which are definitely big enough for your phone. So this was the size small, and I'll pop a picture here of me actually wearing it. I know that in the shops, the mantra for them finding your right size is sort of if it zips, it fits kind of thing. But I don't know, I wanted mine with like a little bit of extra room in it. I didn't want it to be like totally sort of skin tight. So I ended up going for this size, and it was super, super comfy, loads of room to move, like loads of room to like zip up. I could probably, like if I'm wearing this in the winter in Scotland, like put maybe like a lightweight like jumper or t-shirt on underneath it, maybe even like thermal leggings if I wanted to do that. Yeah, it's got little belt loops as well, so I could maybe even put a belt, but I feel like the colour isn't even showing up as vibrantly as it actually is in person. But in short, I've never found a jumpsuit that I actually feel comfortable in and like before, so I had to have this, and I think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of it, to be honest. It is really, really nice, and obviously it has all of like the Big Bud labelling and the little care instructions, and the made in LA, ethically made, sort of small batches. Yeah, just like a really nice piece that I'm excited to own. And this was, let me see, this was $210, and then with the discount, obviously a little bit less. So all in all, for like a heavyweight jumpsuit that is going to be like a staple piece in my wardrobe, I think pretty decent. And these do resell on Vinted if I ever did change my mind and decide that I didn't want to keep a hold of it anymore. I've seen people selling them for like £100 or thereabouts, because they are tricky to get in the UK. I know that the shipping right now is at least £35. So yeah, that was everything that I purchased at Big Bud, Highland Park and Palm Springs. Many green things this time round. If you've got any questions about sizing or like how things fit, drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to help. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is about Big Bud, but as soon as you get a couple of Big Bud pieces, they like, I don't know, it's like sticky in your brain. It just makes you fully obsessed with them, but that's where I am right now. Fully obsessed with my Big Bud things. And maybe next time I go, I'll try and not buy all green stuff. I don't know, maybe green is just my colour right now. Anywho, thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, remember to give me a thumbs up and follow my channel for more creative journaling, travel adventures, and maybe some more like clothes stuff. I don't know, let me know what you think. Right, I'll see you next time. Bye.